is Peter Ostick. I'm one of the founders of Soma. My background's actually an entrepreneur, but I'm really interested in health and mindset. And so that's what brought me into this space. So when we were reviewing what ice bath we were going to choose, we looked at different options. And one of the things that we really loved about FoundSpace was the actual design and the way it looks. With Soma, our architecture and our design is very important. And so the product actually sits really well. The ice bath sits really well actually in our space. And then we realized that FoundSpace had been around a long time. They've been around for over 16 years. And so knowing that they've got the engineers, that they could actually support us and service us if there was any problems, really gave us comfort. Our experience of working with FoundSpace has been really positive. It's a really good, really entrepreneurial company, and that's something that relates really strongly with me. And so just our ability to connect and work and kind of create opportunities and solutions has been awesome. So yeah, been very easy to work with, very easy to connect with, and really good partners. So the way we've been able to implement ice baths into our retreats as part of our key business is because that we really see that the real changes in people's physiology and mood straight away. So one of the first things that we do when we actually bring people onto some of our retreats is actually put them in an ice bath. In doing that, we can see exactly where they are mentally and physically. We can literally see the emotions rising up and coming out of them. We can see the physical stress rising up and coming out of them straight away. So it's become a really integral part of what we do on the Soma retreats, having people in the ice bath. So ice baths are a really good complement to meditation because you actually go through a lot of the same emotions and feelings. You have to sit for a start is a good key part. So when we sit in meditation or when we sit in an ice bath, we can feel the rise of emotions, we can feel the rise of feelings and thoughts, and then we get that ability to sit with that emotion and that thought, acknowledge that thought, accept where that is, and then practice letting go of that thought and emotion. So, you know, one of the cues that I think about in meditation and also when I'm sat in the ice bath is softening the mind, softening the breath, and just coming deeper into this sense of being. And so I feel like there's really strong parallels with being able to sit in the cold water and be able to sit in meditation. It really connects yourself into center. So all the things that we're doing at Soma, we love them to be science-backed. So we have our spiritual part, but we also want things to be science-backed. And so there's such an abundance of research now on the impact of ice and cold water on mood. So for mood specifically, when we get into the cold water, we see this big dump of noradrenaline and adrenaline. And then to accompany that, we also have this big spike of dopamine, which is the reward neurotransmitter. And so what we've seen in research is that for over 2 to 3 hours afterwards, there's sometimes an increase of 250% of dopamine that accompanies being in an ice bath. So when people are kind of high-fiving themselves and feeling great about, doing the ice baths, there's a real neurochemical link to that. And essentially it's the dopamine. It's the dopamine that is increased. Ice baths are great for the body. If you look at athletes have been getting into the cold water and trying to recover and using ice baths for the past 30 years. Now, as office professionals and entrepreneurs and leaders, we're finally starting to catch up to that. I would recommend FoundSpace to my friends and colleagues. They've been really good to work with. The look and design of the actual ice bath is really good. It'll fit in any home. I'm building a home at the moment. It's definitely going to be on the list of things that I do. I love that they're a family-run business and entrepreneurial. They've been around for 16 years. They're not going anywhere. So I know that if I need to give them a call, they can come out and service it. Super reliable in that respect. If I could describe my experience of FoundSpace in one word, I probably need 2. I would say great design. So any businesses that's on the fence about implementing any hormetic tech, specifically an ice bath or a sauna, we find that it's actually very cost effective. So with the cost of facilitators that we work with continue to increase in, we love working with people and having people, but it's a very cost-efficient way in the long run to actually have specific sessions, and it actually becomes cost effective over time, because once we show people how to use the ice bath or the sauna, they can get it and they can actually utilize it themselves. So it actually becomes quite cost effective in having it implemented in the business.